Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and a very special shout out to River, who is very young and is having spine surgery tomorrow. Now, good luck to you, River. I know this because your dad, Jason, wrote us a lovely email and said that, yeah, he thinks you've got this, and I do too. You'll be fine, but I hope it goes well, and good luck. Good luck being brave. And I know this is happening the day after your sister Kai has her birthday as well. So very happy 8th birthday to Kai. But good luck to River. Jason claimed that I'm your favourite, but who knows about that? That doesn't matter. What matters is that you have a good operation and go well. Good luck to you. So what I thought I would do as a result of River having surgery tomorrow is try and find a puzzle with River in the title. This one seems perfect for the title, at least. River Flows in You by Ridwan. And Ridwan's featured a couple of times on the channel before. Apparently it's quite hard, but you know, I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to be brave as well. And we'll take on this region sum line puzzle and see how we get on. You can try it on the first link under the video if you want to test yourself. But I'll do the rules in a bit. I'm going to tell you first of all about Patreon, where on the 1st of August we will have a new Sudoku hunt for you. Do tune in for that. Loads going on Patreon. Yesterday a new connections video, today a new gridogram video, also a new one of the detective pet solution videos for those people in tier 1.5 or above. Thank you so much. If you are a patron, it makes all the difference. And you get to see things like the special cryptic crosswords, like the Times monthly club special, or Simon's solve of X Listener, or mine more recently of Saber's Listener. They are fantastic watches if you're at all into cryptic crosswords, as is Simon's Friday Masterclass. And talking of extra things on the channel, beyond the 2 Sudoku videos we do a day, and Minute Cryptic and Wordle in a Minute, we will be streaming tomorrow at 10 p.m. our time. I think we're looking at the Artisans of Goodliffe again, which was a fascinating game. We played in a very, very brief interlude from the Blueprints. One of, I think, twice we broke out of the Blueprints house and did something else during what was a very long run in that house. Anyway, that's going on tomorrow. We've also, of course, got all of our apps, and they do feature a line Sudoku app as well as Classic Sudoku 2. And the Worms by Luminaries, the likes of Blobs, Fistamafel. Do check those out. They are absolutely first class and great value. We've got some merch as well, which is maybe average value-wise, and but some people do seem to like wearing it. I hope they get identified as fans of the channel just by sporting our stuff. Right, let's have a look at the rules of Ridwan's puzzle, River Flows in You, for you, River. Okay, normal Sudoku rules apply. So 1 to 9 will go in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Box borders divide a blue line into segments with an equal sum. So that segment will have the same total as that segment, and this one, and this one. And that total may be different from each other line. Right, that's it. It's a very simple rule set. We get one given digit. Do give it a try on that first link. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. Okay, so, well, I like to look for disparities between lengths that are considerable. This line has 3 cells there that have to be different, and 1 cell in box 4. These 3 have to be at least 1, 2, and 3, so the cell in box 4 is either 6, 7, 8, or 9. Well, that's all very well. I do not see any other 1 cell segments on any of these lines. Am I missing one? And I don't see any great disparities. The other thing I like to look for is a 2-cell segment playing against a 5-cell segment on the same line, and that just isn't here. There aren't any 5-cell segments, in fact. Wow, okay. I don't quite know what to do. We've got a box that is absolutely full of segments. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. Right. I'm going to share a secret with you immediately, and that is that we know that every row, column, and box in a Sudoku adds up to the same number. We know what that number is. It's a secret, but it's 45. That is the sum of the digits 1 to 9, so that has to be right. And therefore, these green digits add up to 45. Now, we know that they are the equivalent of the yellow total, because that green segment equals that yellow segment, that green segment equals that yellow segment, that green segment equals that yellow segment. So if the 3 green segments sum to 45, so do the 3 yellow segments. Now, does that help at all? 6 cells that have to add to 45, but these 2 can be repeats of those. It's not as if, well, I mean, that must be the case, because you couldn't have 6 different digits adding to 45. The most 6 different digits could sum to is 39. Oh no, this is interesting. Right, that's lovely, actually. If these 4 cells were the maximum they could be, oh, this is very clever. If these 4 cells were the maximum they could be, they would be 9, 8, 7, and 6. That sums to 30. That gives these cells at the back end of my yellow and green snail a minimum total of 15. Do you see that? The greens add up to 45. So the yellows definitely add up to 45. The yellows on the left have a maximum of 30. So the yellows on the right have a minimum of 15. Well, that allows me to paste in 6, 7, 8, 9 as possible digits. But it's much better than that. It's much better than that because of this equivalence. These 2 have to add up to the same as those 2. And we've now determined that that number is at least 15. Well, there are only 3 candidates of total, 15, 16, and 17. Do you know what's wrong with 16 and 17 here? They can't occur, because if you were to try and put, say, 9, 7 as the pair in that cell, in those cells, well, this pair would have to be 9, 7 as well, because there's only one way to make up 18 or 17. And if you try and put 3 lots of 9 and 7 in a row, you have broken it. So this pair definitely adds up to 15. This pair obviously definitely adds up to 15. What's more, we know that they're different. They're a different pair of cells. This one might be 6, 9, but it can't be the same pair as this one for exactly the same reason, revolving around row 9, column 7. So this is a set of the digits 6, 7, 8, 9, and they all see these 2 cells, which must be from the lower group. Actually, no, it's much better than that. This is now 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to take out the yellow. I'm going to wonder if it's going to be worth colouring different sets, different flavours of 15 against each other. No, I have to be very careful. Well, I can colour this cell yellow, because in the flavours of 15, what do I mean by the flavours of 15? I mean that one flavour of a 2-cell 15 sum is 6, 9. And the other flavour is 7, 8. And we know these 2 are different flavours. We've explained that. But obviously there are 2 cells of each flavour in the digits 6, 7, 8, 9. And in the bottom row, we've had 2 greens and a yellow. The last one must be yellow. All these others, let's make them light blue, and those. These are the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've had a full set of 6, 7, 8, 9 here. Look, there's a full set in this column, thanks to the one bit of pencil marking we did earlier. Those are all light blue as well. Now it's very important that I don't assume that this cell is yellow. In fact, I think there might even be a good reason to do with uniqueness why it's not yellow. But we're not allowed to use uniqueness, because one of the rules of the channel is that we don't just solve the puzzle based on an assumption that there's only one solution. We solve it enough to prove that there's only one solution. And if I wasn't doing that, I think I could color this green. My point is, these pairs don't have to add up to 15. They can be 16, 17, 14, or 13, because we don't know what the n on these lines is. Okay, now I've done something. I've labored the points that I've been making quite hard. Now I have to look for something totally different. There's only one way to have a number that's not from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this line, and that is if this line is a 6, 2, 1 line and that digit is 9, which would make this digit 9. I can't see a reason that fails. But if there isn't a 6 on this line, then this group of cells is 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, what's next? I don't know. Yeah, okay. I do know that this cell is on this line in box 8. I'm wondering whether this cell can possibly be on that line as well. And the answer is no. I don't know if this is going to matter. I'm going to give that a red flash and that one a dark blue flash to distinguish them. The digit up here, well, the high digit up here is a yellow with a red flash. I don't really like my colouring system, but I'm just going to explain the point anyway. By Sudoku, that digit can't appear in these cells. It's not the same size as that, and it's a different flavour from those. It can't appear here by Sudoku, so it must appear up here. This digit can't appear up there with it, or those two digits would add up to 15 already on this line. They would force these two to be the dark green cells, which we know add up to 15, and there'd be an imbalance cell on this side. So that yellowy blue digit is in one of these cells. And honestly, I don't like the colouring. I'm going to just try and remember that because I don't know what it does for me. Yes, I do. It makes this green because this sees both flavours of yellow in this row. That's quite interesting. I mean, now I don't need to worry about the uniqueness anymore, but I wasn't really worried about that beforehand, if I'm honest. Okay. I think we might be looking at this line next. Okay, I've now got a maximum for these two cells. That maximum is determined by the fact that this pair, I'm going to get rid of the red and blue flashing actually, that this pair adds up to 15. The maximum that these two can add up to now is also 15. Because the maximum value for any 4 cells is 30, or you can just imagine 8, 7 being here. The maximum these could be is 9, 6, and if this was 9, 6, the maximum these could be is 8, 7. So the maximum for each of these stretches is 15 each. If they were 15 each, did I say the maximum? Yes, I did. If they were 15 each, that would be 30. We know that the row adds up to 45. It follows the secret just as each box does. And therefore, these cells would then add up to 15. And if these are a maximum, 15 is a minimum for these cells. But that has to be the same total as these two. The only alternative is a higher number in these groups because of a lower number here. If this isn't 15, it has to be lower. 15 was a maximum. If it goes lower, these go up a bit. No, they follow it down a bit. Sorry, I'm getting it wrong. They would be lower as well. So let's take it down to 14 and see what happens. 14 plus 14 is 28. These three would have to add up to 17 to get the row total up to 45. And 17 is now the absolute maximum for two cells here. So these two cells are either two cells from 6, 7, 8, 9 adding to 15, or they are 9 and 8 adding to 17. And there's another two cell portion on this line up here. And I'm going to, well, if they are 15, they're the yellow pair, because there would be 3 green cells in column 6 if they were the green pair. So these are either the yellow 15 or they're a 17 pair. I think they're probably the yellow 15 pair, but let's try and do a bit better with that thought. Just for a moment, I'm going to colour them just so I keep them in mind. Not because I believe they're the same two digits, but I do know they have the same total. I don't know. There must be something that just stops them being 17. Ah, look at this column. If they added up to 17, you'd have 17 here, plus 15 there is 32, plus a 3 there is 35. These three cells, to get to the column total of 45, would have to add up to 10 exactly if it was 17 at the top. And that 10 would either be 127 or 145. And it would... Okay, I don't... It felt like that might become impossible, but it didn't quite happen. I mean, the alternative is not that different. This adds up to either 15 or 17. If it's 15 plus 15 is 30 plus 3, then these would add up to 12. So they either add up to 12 or 10. Oh, hang on. There's a bigger equivalence to do. Right. Hang on. Yeah, there's something funky going on here as well. Let's make those... Okay, an orange segment in my current marking adds up to 15 or 17, and there's one here as well. A red segment adds up to 14 or 15. Well, let's try it if red was 15. If you see, this isn't, let's get rid of this light blue coloring for now. This is an orange segment as well. I mean, I know this is, oh no, that's quite interesting. This is too. Right, if orange was 17, these two would add up to 34. The remaining cells in this box would add up to 11. These digits would be 1, 2, 3, 5. I think they can form a pair with that. Yeah, they definitely can. It's very restricted, but it is possible. Now, I was going to look at if red is 15, because then orange is 15 as well. In this row, if those two are segments of 15, that's 30. These are 15 too. Then in this box, we have 15 plus 15 is 30. Now, what can this line, the bright green line, have as its segment total? Remember, this box obviously adds up to 45 as well. If those bits add up to 30, the maximum for these is 14, the maximum. And then in this box, we would have a 15 segment of orange and a 14 segment of green, and that's exactly 29. And that would leave a 16 segment of grey to add to a 15 segment of red in column 8. And that would be impossible because 16 and 15 adds to 31. You cannot achieve 31 in 4 cells. This is brilliant, Ridwan. If this is the way you're meant to get this, I absolutely love it. That is so clever. River, there's a great puzzle with your name in it. Anyway, that is fantastic. Let me just check through the logic of that again. If red is 15, this is 15. That means in row 6, this has to be 15, and that means this segment is 15, and therefore orange and red in this box would add up to 30. That would leave green unable to be more than 14 to allow that to be a 1 for a 45 total. Green would have a maximum of 14, orange would be 15. That's 29, giving us a minimum of 16 here. To go with exactly 15 there is 31 or more, and you cannot do that in 4 digits. So red is 14, and that means these reds are 28, this orange is 17, and this orange are both 17. Now, what's going to happen to green? Because now we've got 14 plus 17 is 31. Green can now come down to a maximum. Well, green has got lower. It's a maximum of 13. So that's fallen by 1. But luckily, orange has risen by 2. And that must be what happens. 17 and 13 is 30. And that allows this pair to be 15. And red. Oh, red is now 14, isn't it? So maybe there's even a degree of freedom here, extraordinarily conferred by dropping red to 14. Well, in fact, if red is 14, we know that this pair is not a 6-8 pair, because that wouldn't leave an even digit to fulfill this yellow 15. So this is a definite 5-9 pair. This doesn't have a 9 in it, so it's an 8-7 pair. That means the yellow flavour is 7-8. The dark green flavour of 15 is 6-9. And we've got a digit, finally, after nearly 20 minutes. That 8-9 pair is looking at this cell and making it a 6. Isn't that glorious? We get a digit. Now, let me do this maths in the middle box versus box 3 again. This is fun. I mean, I never saw that we were going to compare box 8 against these snail tail and head. Then row 6 totals, then box 5 against box 3. It's brilliant, this, and it really is flowing. Right, let's just regather. Also, there's an 8 there and an 8 there. One of these two cells is a yellow 8. This pair, I don't know. Yeah, this... I have no idea what this adds up to, except it's not 15. Okay. Right, we've got 14, 14, 17. 17, 7. Oh, this now is 17 plus 17 is 34. And these 4 cells do have to add up to 11, and thus be 1, 2, 3, 5. And this group is 4, 6, 7. Now, what about this set that adds up to 17? Because I know they're not 4, 6, 7, because that cell can't be one of those. Therefore, they've got a higher digit in, which is 8 or 9. Well, it's not 8, so the higher digit is 9. And the other two cells add up to 8, and they don't use 3, so they're not 3, 5, and they don't use 7, so they're not 7, 1. They are 2, 6. So that's a 9, 6, 2 set. These digits, remember we worked on those earlier, have now become 1, 4, 5. This one is in a box with 5, 9 and can't be 5. Now we've also got these sums. Now that was going to be very low. I think the degree of freedom meant it might be 2. Let's just see if I can work out how that would work. 17 plus 14 is 31. If this was 12, that would be 43, and that would be 2. Then up here we'd have 17 and 12, which is 29, and 16 here. No, that's not possible because we can't use the digit 9. I see. 9 having gone in this pair adding up to 14 has left this having to be 8, 7. Maximally, that's all it can be. That requires this set, 1, 3, 4, 5. They definitely have to add up to 13 now. And now we've got 17 plus 13 is 30, plus 14 is 44, and a digit 1 there. And this can't be a 1. And green segments add up to 13. This group adds up to 13 without using a 1 or a 3. If it didn't use a 2, it would have to be minimally 4, 5, 6, which is 15. That's no good. So there is a 2, and then a pair using 4 or 5 that add to 11. So 2, 4, 7 or 2, 5, 6. I don't know which. So good. Right, there's a 6 in one of these cells by what's left over, basically. I don't know how to work out what these lines add up to, so what am I going to do? 4, 6, 7 has sorted out the grey 8, 7. I don't really need those to be grey anymore. I probably don't need the colours I've been doing at all, but let's leave them for now. Now, these digits, 8, 7, 5, 9, these come from 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. They don't include 3. And this seems to be this sort of, what is this, Hungarian flag or something here, seems to include 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these digits are 9, 8, and 7. I shouldn't get rid of the colours. They're 9, 8, and 7 as a set. That's actually not wildly helpful, but the 2 that had to be on this line is now there. Oh no, it is helpful because that digit is now minimally 7 and that one minimally 4, and that's how we get to 13. So 4 comes out of these cells. That's a 1, 6 pair. This is 5. This is 1. There's no 1 in these. That can't be 1 or 5. This can't be 2. We've got a 3, 4 pair at the top and bottom of column 8. 5 has got forced onto this line, adding up to 13 with not 5, 3, not 1, 7, but with 2, 6. So that's a 2, 5, 6 triple. This digit can't be 2. This one can't be 6. These are 3, 4, 7, which do successfully add up to 14. These add up to 14, so that must be a 1, and this must be an 8. And that is doing Sudoku. That's what we want to get to. We've got 2, 6, 9 left here, so that's the 2 and a 6, 9 pair. 2, 6, 9 must add up to 17 because it did up there. This can't be 2. This digit can't be 6 or 9 or 7. So that is now an 8. That makes yellow down here a 7. And this digit is 6 or 9 and is green in my color scheme that doesn't matter anymore, I imagine. Maybe it does. That digit's an 8. This is now not 8, and this is 8. But I don't know what this line adds up to. Oh, yeah, I do. I do know what it adds up to, because this can't be a 6 now. If that was a 6, this segment of the line would add up to 13. This segment would have to add up to 13 with 8 and 3 more digits, who have a minimum 1, 2, 3 equals 6 vibe. So that's a 9, and that's a 6. And now this line has 14 sum, and this line has a 16 sum, and these 3 cells I have highlighted add up to 8 and they include a 1, and I don't know how they fall, but that 9 is looking at this cell. These can't have a 5 in, that can't be a 1. I am suffering a bit from over pencil marking where I did all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s. I deserve to suffer for that sometimes. Oh, 6 is looking at that cell, so this is 6. Now we've got a 2, 5 pair, and we're left with a 1, 4, 7 triple on the right, 3, 5 pair in row 4. That 4, 6, 7 looks at this and that and this. Now these 5 digits are from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because 8 can't have a 6 on its line. So that's a set, and here we have another 6, 7, 8, 9 set where that can't be 8. I thought that that was so constrained it wouldn't happen, and it has happened. Right, where are the 4 cells in this column that are the 4 high digits? We've had 8 there. We're going to get 1 here and 1 here. I think the only other digit that can possibly be a high digit from 6, 7, 8, 9 is that one, which becomes 7. I'm not going to continue this color scheme down here. Right, now no 2s in that section, so 2 is on the 8 line, and therefore it's a 1, 2, 5 line. I think that must be, and this is a 3, 4 pair, and now we have to make these add up to 7. They don't have a 4 in, so they don't have a 3 in, they don't have a 6 in. So they're a 2, 5 pair, and that means this other pair in the box is a 1, 3 pair. There's an X-wing between the 3 there and the 3 there. That's going to use up the 2 3s for rows 1 and 2 and make the 3 in box 3 go here. And that gives us a 4 for this cell. 3 at the bottom. These can't be 3 or 4. They're a 1, 5 pair. Down here we have 2, 4, 6. And we know exactly where the 6 goes by Sudoku. And these digits are from 1, 2, 3, 4. And they were part of a trio that has to add to 8. Let's just make them yellow. And that means that this trio adds up to 14 and doesn't use a 1 and does use a 7. Okay, this row I was doing 4, 6, 7, 8, 3. This can't be 6 or 8. 7 and 8 are looking at this cell, so that's 6 or 9. Where's 7 in the top row? It seems to somehow only have one place there. So this is 9, this is 6, this is 8. Very nice set of high digits. Now we know this is 9 and 6. That 7 and 6 rules 6 out of here, and the 8 in the top row is here. And loads of Sudoku is getting done. 2 can't be there, it's there in box 1. That fixes the 5, 2 pair. That fixes 1, 5. That bounces back at the 1, 3 pair, and we can do 4, 3 as well. I can't do that 1, 5 pair, but I can do this 1, 4 pair, which gives me 5, 1. 2, 5 are done here. Now I've still got line uncertainty down here, but I could tidy things up. 6, 6, that's a 6. This column, this can't be 3. We can't have a 3 in these cells, or a 2 now. So they can't be 4. Remember, the yellows add up to 8, so that can't be a 4, 5 pair. It must have the 1 in. It's either 1, 4, 3 or 1, 5, 2. This cell is either 2 or 3. These can't have a 3 in. Is this done and I can't see it? This is a group that adds to 14 with a 7, either 7, well, it's either 7, 2, 5 or 7, 3, 4. So there's an even digit in it, and the other even digit remaining in the row is there. So this one is odd, and that's now forming a 3, 5 pair in the column. And that means and 4 there is ruled out of these. So this is a 1-2 pair down here that are not resolved, but that takes 1 and 2 out of these cells. How are we not done now? Sudoku? Something, help me. This pair adds to 8. Is this next move obvious? Don't let me get into a state like yesterday where I just can't find the next simple move because I've forgotten something. It's either 7-2-5 or 7-3-4. It would go 5-7-2. 3-4-7 would be less determined. If this digit was a 1, these other yellow digits would be 4 and 3, and that would break row 8, column 2, which needs to be one of those. So this can't be a 1, and that is powerful, because now we have a 4-5 pair in the bottom row, and this is 2, and this is 1 in the 2 corners. So that's going to do a ton of stuff, because now we can't put 4 on this blue line. So it's 7-5-2, and that gives us 3-4-1 in the yellow cells. I'm going to get rid of all the color now because puzzle has done its bit. And now I can finish row by row in box 7. That's a 5, that's a 4, that's a 3. That sorts out 5 and 3. Now I can place 2 in this row, and then I can sort out 4-7, and then I can sort out 4-3-7. That is a lovely puzzle with a beautiful flow. River flows in you, and good luck to you, River. Tomorrow, yeah, you've got this, and I will, just as we had this puzzle in the end. Thank you so much for watching. A beautiful puzzle, very clever ending. Well, very clever throughout. I really liked the break-ins, and I think there were 2. Thank you for watching. We'd love to see you on the channel again tomorrow. Do join us, especially for the streaming, but bye for now.